Thanks for your support as a channel member, Daniel Jones. Felipe Drugovich scored his best finish of Season 1 in Mexico last season with P7. Hopefully he can channel the spirit of that drive into a points result today. Hello folks, and welcome to episode 25 of Haas with F2 and GP2 champions only. We're gearing up for the Mexican Grand Prix, or Mexico City Grand Prix if that's how they call it nowadays, and we've had a decent start to Season 2 so far. 2-point scores with Nico Hülkenberg. He finished an excellent P6 last time out in Austria, backing up his P7 in Baku. And on both occasions, we could have pinched the position ahead of us, basically on the line, but we missed out by less than a second combined. So that's how close we are to actually scoring even more points. As things stand, we are 5th in the Constructors' Championship, 2 points behind Alpine, 4 ahead of Mercedes. So it's the same group as last season that we're kind of fighting in, but at the moment it's much, much closer. Aston Martin have shot out of the blocks in Season 2. They are the team to beat. Red Bull have finally got some competition. Ferrari, not as fast as they were last year as the defending champions, but I'm sure they will come good at some point because they seem to on the game. And yeah, we are gearing up for the race in Mexico. Like I said, I don't think we've got anything to show you in terms of additions to the car. Let me just double check. If we go through warehouse, we've got a new chassis to stick on. It's a bit slower top speed wise, but we'll stick it on anyway because it gives us better cornering ability. We've got a new front wing to put on. Oh, look at this. We have got plenty of upgrades to put on. I was completely wrong. New rear wing to go on. Please and thank you. Upgrades everywhere. We've got side pods going on. This is great. Underfloor. Well, we've got the latest. Oh, hang on. No. Drugovich needs the latest version. And we've got new suspension, which again, a bit of a nerf to top speed, but it's good low speed and high speed cornering. And it does better brake cooling. So that will keep our tyres in check. So basically we're going with a B-spec car by the look of it to this round 3 of the season. Hopefully it can help us bag some more points. I'll see you on track for qualifying. Closing stages of Q2, and Nico Hülkenberg is currently in P15. He's just coming through the first sector now. Let's join him on his lap. Actually, that's Drugovich, and we've got 2 personal best first sectors, which is good. Drugovich has been performing very well today so far. Currently P8. He was 6th fastest in Q1. Hülkenberg with another personal best in the middle sector. So too for Drugovich, who is following Lando Norris. Here's Hülkenberg following George Russell across the line. And he's only 14th. Drugovich goes 4th. Hülkenberg, what are you doing, man? We're preparing for our final run in Q3. Drugovich is currently P10. I think he had some traffic on his first lap because we followed Charles Leclerc and he's 9th. So I'm guessing there was some traffic that I just didn't spot while I was fast forwarding through things. We're following Esteban Ocon. Let's get the sector colours up so we can monitor how the Alpine is going. He's not improved in the first sector. We have. Hopefully that slipstream down the main straight and down into the middle sector here helped us. Verstappen's done the fastest first sector of anybody. Second sector is crucial. Are we faster? We are improving. Ocon is not putting a very good lap together, and this could help us leapfrog the... Oh, no, we don't leapfrog the Alpine. I clicked the wrong button. We fast forwarded and missed the end of the lap, but we'd set 3 personal bests and still didn't beat the Alpine. Here comes Leclerc. He's going to bump us down to P10, so we'll just fast forward through this. Verstappen's on pole. Here comes Leclerc, P6. And Drugovich will start 10th. So, yeah, I mean, I'm pleased for Drugovich to be in Q3, but I think Hülkenberg, if he'd been here, might have done a better job. I mean, look, he went slower in Q3 than at any point in qualifying previously. So, even if he'd repeated his Q1 time, he'd have been 9th. If he'd repeated his Q2 time, we'd have been 7th. So, yeah, not great in Q3, but at least we were there. Hülkenberg down in 15th. Work to do for him in the race. Everything is all set then for the Mexico City Grand Prix. Let's run you through the strategies Felipe Drugovich starting on softs, switching to hards and then to mediums. He's only got one fresh set of softs, which he'll be using at the start. I think we did this strategy last year and it paid dividends for us, so hopefully it can do the same again. But Hulkenberg starting 15th, he's going to have ground to make up, so we're going soft, medium, soft with him. He's got extra fresh sets of soft tyres to use. I've underfueled both drivers by a few laps in the hope that we're in a DRS train, we don't need to push the engine quite so much, and we'll get the pace benefit from being underfueled and having DRS. So I think we're all set. Let's do a motor race. Here we go then. Max Verstappen on pole position. Championship leader Lance Stroll alongside him. 5 red lights. The lights are out. The race is on. Let's hop on board with Felipe Drugovich. It's a terrible start from the Brazilian. He's so slow away. That is unbelievably bad for us. Hulkenberg though is charging. That is Magnussen down the outside. We're not happy with Kevin Magnussen. We'll have none of his shenanigans like in the Miami sprint today, please and thank you to the Danish driver. Drugovich, how has he got up to 9th? Where did Russell go? What happened there? We're up to 9th. I've no idea. I was on board with Hulkenberg, just watching Magnussen, making sure he behaved himself, and Hulkenberg is still behind him, and somehow Drugovich has got himself up to 9th. He's back up ahead of Gasly. Well, that's lovely news. We'll take that. DRS is now active and we are warp speeding our way towards the gearbox of Esteban Ocon. We'll jump off board here and have a look at how the Brazilian is getting on. I think Ocon has DRS, but it's going to make absolutely no difference because Drugovich is a man possessed today. He's going for it. He's up into P8. Come on, let's secure this position. Get in. Beautiful from Felipe Drugovich. Maybe he just likes the Circuit Hermanos Rodriguez and it's bringing the best out of him. Hulkenberg is up to P12 now and is actually, no, he's back down to 13th. Couldn't quite make the move stick on Norris, but everything going very nicely at the moment. Felipe Drugovich is having a great day today. He is passing a Ferrari into the stadium. It's almost contact. And just like he did last year, he's finding ways past cars where he really shouldn't be. They're actually still side by side. That wasn't an overtake. We're still side by side with the Ferrari, but now the position is ours. And Drugovich is looking at a potential P6 here. Hulkenberg is just sat in a DRS train, which is headed by Pierre Gasly, but they're not actually that far behind the group that contains Drugovich. So this is one big train that Lewis Hamilton is currently driving. He's the train driver. Choo-choo, Lewis. And we're just going to save fuel here. So Drugovich, we're going to conserve fuel, look after the tyres, and then we'll find that hopefully we get through. Hamilton's on mediums, which is why he's a bit slow right now. But this actually keeps us in contention for the places that realistically we want to be finishing in anyway. We're not quick enough to challenge the top 4. Sainz has gone with them because Hamilton's holding everybody up. And we are going to hopefully reap the benefits of it. What's Hulkenberg up to? Still at the back of this DRS train following Lando Norris. Into the pit lane for Felipe Drugovich. We didn't quite manage to get past Lewis Hamilton, but we're in a really good position to undercut the Mercedes here. Not sure what strategy Lewis will be on. Probably medium, soft, I'd guess. Drugovich out in P20, but with a bit of clear air, we can bang in some lap times now and then maybe execute this undercut. We are able to be aggressive on the hard tyres all the way through. We just need to get them up to temperature and then they should give us some lap time. So this strategy for Drugovich has already started to pay off. He's come out 3.5 seconds clear of Charles Leclerc, who boxed the lap after, but Leclerc is on a set of soft tyres, so it's a used set, but he's going to be quick right now. Hulkenberg's into the pit lane. He's going to be undercutting the likes of Russell and Gasly and Ocon ahead of him. So maybe we're in a really good strategic position here. Let's wait and see how this pans out. Drugovich has gone ahead and Hulkenberg, whoa, only just missing out on an overcut there on Charles Leclerc, but the Ferrari will be much quicker. We'll hopefully be able to just tag along with the reigning world champion and he can drag us along very nicely indeed. But this is looking pretty good for us right now. Although the alternative scenario is that AI have fresher tyres later on and then they catch us, which is less fun. Lap 30, and Hulkenberg has got himself ahead of Felipe Drugovich, and they are the two Alpines chasing us, and there's George Russell. So that trio of teams that I identified to you earlier in the Constructors' Championship, we're almost absolutely together on the track, and Lewis Hamilton is coming into the pit lane now for a set of soft tyres. I would anticipate he drops out right in the middle of this group or just at the back of it, and indeed he will. So the three teams in 4th, 5th and 6th in the Constructors' Championship are now very much on the road completely together. And we, thankfully, are at the head of this queue. Drugovich on those hard tyres is following his teammate. And hopefully we can have the pace to secure 7th and 8th, which would be fantastic. Hulkenberg is now going to deploy. Drugovich hopefully can go with him, but it's probably going to bring the Alpine pair along too. So let's see. Maybe Hulkenberg gets away. In fact, that is what's happening right now, because I think the hard tyres aren't as quick as I was hoping they would be. 3/10 slower that time round was Drugovich, but he's doing a good job. Bad news. Drugovich suddenly lost a load of pace, left himself exposed to DRS, and through came Pierre Gasly. But I think Alpine have gone soft with their tyres. So let's see what everybody has done with tyres. I know Gasly went mediums and Ocon has gone soft. So yeah, they've got a bit of a split strategy in the same that we have. Drugovich suddenly has lost all of his pace. His confidence is down. That's why. So we need to find a way of boosting that confidence, because he's now down in 10th and he's just going to tumble backwards. This is a real problem. Because he's losing places, his confidence is just going to get worse and worse and worse. Look, it's already way down in the depths of medium. Hulkenberg is at very high, but has still found himself being overtaken by Gasly, who's on soft tyres. Might want to let ourselves have DRS here, Hulk, but I don't think we did that. Who did get DRS? It was Gasly. That's annoying. And suddenly, this race has changed in its complexion somewhat. But there's another round of stops to go. It can all change again still. We are about to bring Hulkenberg into the pit lane. Drugovich returns to the circuit 9 seconds behind Ocon. That is really painful. And he's actually losing a place there to Albon. So Drugovich's race has come up. Oh dear. Pit stop error. That's never what you want. And Hulkenberg returns outside the top 10. On soft tyres, Gasly is on medium, so we should be able to catch him. We're plenty ahead of Ocon, actually. So, well, not actually that plenty, but he's behind us at least. And now we can deploy the battery. We can get the tyres up to temperature and start making some moves forward. But we've got 5 seconds at least to catch Gasly. If we can finish ahead of him, that would be decent. And then maybe we can pick off a Merc. We'll wait and see. There we go. Past Ricardo. Well, Ocon has arrived and ruined our day again, because he's just managed to get himself ahead of Hulkenberg. Ocon is on mediums, so yeah, maybe Alpine are copying what we did last year, finishing on the mediums and being strong towards the end of the race. But hopefully our softs will last with us. And Ocon, what's his pace like? He's just on a 17.6, so that was 2.5 seconds quicker than his teammate. That's decent. Drugovich has just done a 19.1, because he is very much in a DRS train here, but at the very back of it. So we need Hulkenberg to stick with Ocon and bag us some points. And he's going past the Alpine, it would seem. There we go. Job done, maybe. Round the outside, the Alpine will probably get back ahead with DRS. Here he comes. Will he go through? More than likely, but we are closing in on Gasly. And Hulkenberg's resisting. He's putting up a fight. Great stuff from Hulkenberg. Can we hang on to the position? No. Tell you what we'll do is we'll just conserve a bit of fuel while we're here. Just make sure we get to the end. Hulkenberg has caught Pierre Gasly. He's got DRS from the Alpine at the moment, which means we can save some fuel. And Ocon has been left behind to the tune of 5.5 seconds. Drugovich, as we feared, it's probably just going to end in P12 for him, which is It's better than his first 2 races of the season, but it's definitely not what could have been with his early pace in the race. Although I suppose we were flattered by the fact that we were lighter fueled than everybody around us. But you'd hope that we'd still be in a position to do something with it. We'd retain that space. Hulkenberg has passed Gasly while I've been talking. There we go. Will we get a replay? Yes, we will. Here we go. This is going to be nice to watch, isn't it? DRS, soft tyres. And Gasly doesn't even fight it. He just knew it was inevitable. Hulkenberg into P8. We're on the penultimate lap. We are just under 2 seconds behind George Russell. It's now 1.6 seconds. So we're going to harvest some battery. We're going to then deploy it through the middle sector and see if we can catch the Mercedes. We are closing in. We're attacking on the tyres. We're going for it. Verstappen starts the final lap in the lead. Alonso 12 seconds back. 12 seconds back is also where Pierre Gasly is. He just hasn't had the pace to live with us. No reason, no wonder he didn't fight it when we came past. We have DRS against George Russell. This has been a superb lap from Nico Hulkenberg. Can we steal P7? Yes, we can. That is brilliant from Hulkenberg. And now with DRS, we'll hopefully look after the position. Good stuff. And we'll deploy the battery. Make sure that the Russell Meister doesn't come back through. Verstappen wins the race. But we don't care about that. We want to make sure we get this 7th place, which would be crucial and move us ahead of Alpine already and move us actually to P4 in the constructors' standings. We are going to achieve that. It hasn't been quite the race for Felipe Drugovich that we were hoping for, but after a pretty naff qualifying, Nico Hulkenberg slashes his grid position more than in half and finishes 7th. A brilliant result. Fantastic from him. Drugovich drove really well the first half of the race, but yeah, it just didn't come together for him. He's going to finish in P12. Alpine pick up 3 points against our 6, which means we do move ahead of them by a point. Drugovich over the line in 12th. Not great, not terrible, but it could certainly have been more. But well done to Nico Hulkenberg. Another points finish for the German. Great news. There you go then. Hulkenberg up 8 places, the biggest mover on the grid. It just shows that he didn't qualify as well as he could have. He was thoroughly out of position, and this is what it means for the Drivers' Championship. Lance Stroll remains in the lead of the Drivers' Championship somehow. I don't understand what's going on, and it's just getting very windy outside my house. I thought it was about to rain. Alonso is in 2nd. Hulkenberg is level on points with Leclerc. Wow. Leclerc obviously shooting up a couple of spots there, but they're level on points after 3 rounds. Here's the Constructors' Championship. Haas in P4, a point ahead of Alpine, and we're now 6 clear of Mercedes. So, yeah, that was a really good result for Hulkenberg. And if we can keep sniping off results like that this season, 4th or 5th is very much a possibility. So make sure you leave your love for Nico Hulkenberg in the comments down below. Make sure you smash the like button while you're there. And if you're not already, make sure you subscribe for more F1 Manager videos in the future. I'll see you for the next race in Monaco. You're the best, fans. It's bye for now.